What if the worst thing that ever happened to you was the beginning of your best chapter? Life doesn't ask for permission when it decides to unravel. It happens quietly, sometimes all at once. The job you thought was secure, the relationship you gave your heart to, the confidence you had in yourself, gone. In what feels like a blink, you're left staring at the pieces, wondering, how do I even begin again? That's where this book comes in. This isn't a hype-up book filled with cliches or empty motivation. This is a practical, grounded guide for people who are ready to press reset on their life, mentally, emotionally, financially, and spiritually. Whether you're starting over after burnout, heartbreak, loss, or just a quiet, aching sense that your life isn't yours anymore, this is your starting point. You don't need a 5-year plan right now. You don't need to pretend to be strong. You just need a moment of honesty and the willingness to take one small step forward. In the chapters ahead, we'll walk through accepting the crash, clearing what no longer serves you, rebuilding your identity from the ground up, creating new habits, values, and purpose, and staying resilient when doubt creeps in. This isn't about fixing your old life. It's about building a better one, intentionally, slowly, and powerfully. So take a breath. You're here, and that means you've already begun. Rock bottom isn't the end. It's the start of something new, if you let it be. We all experience moments when life breaks us down. A loss, a failure, a betrayal. Sometimes it's not just one event, but a slow unraveling. You wake up one day and realize, this isn't the life I imagined. And worse, you no longer recognize the person living it. In these moments, it's tempting to push the feelings away, to stay busy, to blame others, to numb out. But the truth is simple, yet difficult. Before you can reset your life, you must accept that the old one is gone. Step 1, say it out loud. Acceptance begins with honesty. Take a moment. Breathe in deeply. Now say it. This is where I am. I didn't expect to be here. I don't like it, but this is where I am. This might feel heavy, maybe even humiliating, but it's also liberating. Pretending nothing is wrong is exhausting. Carrying the weight of old expectations is soul-crushing. The moment you acknowledge your truth, even if it hurts, is the moment you take your power back. Step 2, call the crash. What it is. Don't sugarcoat it. Don't minimize it. Write it down, say it to a friend, or record it in a voice note. Did you lose your job? Did your relationship fall apart? Are you emotionally burnt out, mentally stuck, spiritually numb? Call it what it is. Be specific. I feel lost because I tied my identity to that job. I feel broken because I stayed in a toxic relationship for too long. I feel ashamed because I stopped believing in myself. These are not confessions of weakness. They are acts of courage. Step 3. Make space for grief. We grieve more than people. We grieve identities, dreams, timelines, and versions of ourselves we thought would last forever. You might be grieving the person you used to be, the future you planned, the safety you thought you had. This is normal, necessary, human. Let yourself cry. Let yourself get angry. Let yourself go silent for a while. You're allowed to not be okay. Grief is the evidence that something mattered. Let it move through you, not around you. Step 4. Focus on this one truth. Here's something you may have forgotten. You've made it through 100% of your worst days so far. You're still here. That means you're already stronger than you think. This isn't where the story ends. This is where you start writing again. Maybe differently, maybe slower, but this time, intentionally. Final thought. The most powerful reset begins when you stop pretending and start accepting. You're not a failure. You're not broken. You're in the middle of becoming someone new. Welcome to day 1. Let's keep going. Chapter 2. Clearing the clutter. Mentally, physically, digitally. You cannot build something new on top of chaos. You need space, inside and out. Once you've accepted the crash, the next step isn't to rush toward what's next. The next step is clearing the space. Think about this. If you walked into a house after a storm tore through it, would you try to start decorating it immediately? No. You'd remove debris. You'd throw out what's broken. You'd clear the floor so you can walk freely again. Your life is no different. To rebuild with intention, you must clear the clutter, mentally, physically, and digitally. Mental clutter, the thoughts that drain you. We all carry noise in our heads. The regret of what you didn't do, the voice that whispers, "You're not good enough." The stress of unfinished tasks swirling around. This is mental clutter, and it's just as real as a messy room. Here's how to start clearing it. 1. Do a thought dump. Grab a notebook or open a blank note on your phone. Write everything that's weighing on you: fears, to-dos, questions, emotions, memories. Don't censor it. I feel behind in life. I'm tired of pretending I'm okay. I haven't paid that bill. I don't know who I am anymore. Let the mess come out. You can't deal with what you refuse to acknowledge. 2. Label it, real or recycled. Now go through your list and ask, is this a real problem or just a recycled thought? Real, then you can take action. Recycled, you've thought it 1,000 times and it never helps. Cross out the recycled noise. You've carried it long enough. Free your mind from what doesn't serve you. Physical clutter, your space, reflects your state. Look around your room, your desk, your phone. What's sitting there that no longer serves you? When life gets chaotic, we accumulate. Clothes we no longer wear. Paper, we no longer need items that remind us of people or seasons we've already outgrown. It might seem small, but physical clutter keeps you anchored to the past. Try this. 3-zone declutter. Pick one space today. A drawer, a bag, a desktop. Sort everything into keep, still useful. Donate or delete, no longer relevant. Trash, broken, expired, or draining. Doing this regularly helps send a clear signal to your brain. We are moving on. Digital clutter, the silent drain. You wake up and check your phone. 57 notifications, thousands of unread emails, apps you haven't opened in months, photos from years ago you don't even remember taking. We underestimate how much digital clutter affects our energy. Every unopened email, every unnecessary app, every unfiltered feed. It's all mental load. Try this. Digital detox checklist. Unsubscribe from emails you never read. Turn off non-essential notifications. Delete apps you haven't used in 30 days. Move old photos or files to cloud storage. Organize your desktop and folders. This isn't just about tidiness, it's about reclaiming your focus. Bonus, emotional clutter. Sometimes the mess we carry isn't in a drawer or drive, it's emotional. Ask yourself, who or what am I still giving energy to that I don't need to? What old anger, guilt, or resentment am I still holding? Forgiveness, especially of yourself, is the most powerful form of decluttering. And no, forgiveness doesn't mean forgetting. It means releasing yourself from carrying the emotional bill for someone else's mistake. Final thought. Clarity doesn't come from doing more. It comes from clearing what no longer belongs. Every time you let go of something that no longer serves you, you reclaim a piece of your peace. And peace is the best foundation for a fresh start. Chapter 3. Rebuilding your identity. Who you choose to be. Now you don't find yourself, you build yourself. After clearing the clutter, it's time to rebuild something more powerful, your identity. This isn't about changing your personality overnight. It's about becoming more intentional about who you are, beyond survival, beyond trauma, beyond expectations. Because here's the truth. The version of you that got here is not the one that will take you to your next chapter. Identity is not found. It's built. We grow up believing identity is something we discover, like buried treasure. But in reality, identity is a construction project. You are a mix of what you say yes and no to, the habits you choose daily, the boundaries you enforce, the beliefs you carry, the people you keep around. So, if you want to reset your life, you have to reset the identity behind your choices. Who do you want to be now? You've cleared the old noise. You've let go of expired labels. Now ask, who do I want to become on purpose? Don't just think in terms of roles like better parent or more successful. Think in values and energy. Calm over chaos. Kind over liked. Honest over impressive. Intentional over busy. The new identity you're building should feel like home, not a performance. Identity blueprint exercise. Use this simple framework to begin shaping the new you. My core values are, example, authenticity, courage, peace, growth. I show up as my best self when I am no longer available for. If I fully believed in myself, I would. This is your raw blueprint. You'll refine it as you grow, but it gives you a clear emotional compass to build from. Build with actions, not affirmations. Affirmations are helpful, but identity locks in through repetition and evidence. You become a disciplined person by showing up, even when it's hard. A confident person by doing things that scare you. A peaceful person by protecting your energy and peace. Every small choice is a vote for the kind of person you're becoming. So stop waiting to feel ready. Start living as that future version of yourself now, even in small ways. Anchor your identity in self-respect. This new identity won't always be easy. People will question it. Old habits will call you back. So you must build your identity on something deeper than praise, productivity, or perfection. Build it on self-respect. Build it on your own truth. Build it on what you'd be proud to look back on 5 years from now. Because that's what gives your reset staying power. Even when life throws chaos your way again, you can keep evolving. Rebuilding your identity doesn't mean locking into a rigid version of success. It means staying curious, staying open, staying honest. You're allowed to change your mind, redefine success, start again at 40, 50, or 60. Become a softer version of yourself. Say, that used to be me. It's not anymore. Final thought. Who you were is your story. Who you choose to be is your power. This chapter isn't about fixing what's broken. It's about stepping into your own authorship. You're not rebuilding a mask. You're building a home in yourself. Chapter 4. Establishing new habits and routines. Building the engine of your new life. You don't rise to the level of your goals. You fall to the level of your systems. James Clear. You've cleared the clutter. You've decided who you want to become. Now it's time to put that identity into motion through daily habits and routines. Because without consistent action, identity is just intention. Why habits matter more than motivation. Motivation is unreliable. It comes and goes. But habits are stable. Habits run your life, whether you're conscious of them or not. Want to become healthier? It's not about willpower. It's about routines. Want to be calmer and more focused? It's not about luck. It's about structure. Want a new life? Then you need new systems to power it. Your reset depends not on dramatic change, but on small, consistent wins repeated over time. The habit loop: cue, routine, reward. Every habit follows this loop. Cue, a trigger or reminder routine. The action or behavior reward. The feeling or benefit you get. Break or build any habit by hacking this loop. Example: good habit. Cue, morning alarm. Routine, 5 minutes of journaling. Reward, mental clarity before the day starts. Example: bad habit. Cue, feeling stressed. Routine, scrolling social media. Reward, temporary distraction. Resetting means replacing unconscious routines with conscious ones. Start small and specific. Don't try to change everything at once. That's the fastest way to burn out. Instead, choose 1 to 2 anchor habits that support your new identity and values. Examples: walk 15 minutes each morning. Write down 3 things you're grateful for at night. Drink water before your coffee. Put your phone in another room before bed. Keep it simple. Keep it doable. Keep it daily. Design a routine that reflects the new you. Ask yourself, what does the best version of me do after waking up? What do they prioritize before bed? What do they stop doing during the day? Your routine doesn't need to be perfect. It needs to be aligned with who you're becoming. Your calendar should reflect your values, not your guilt. Build a structure that protects your peace, focus, and growth. How to make new habits stick. Stack new habits onto existing ones. Track progress visually, even with simple check marks. Celebrate consistency instead of perfection. Set your environment up for success. And when you miss a day, never miss twice. That's the only rule you need. Final thought. Success is found in your daily schedule, not your someday dreams. Your new life is being built, not in grand moments, but in the quiet, consistent rhythm of your routines. The person you're becoming? They show up for themselves. They respect their time and energy. They build peace into their day. And it all starts with one small habit at a time. Chapter 5. Creating a personal vision. Define your future before the world does it for you. People do not decide their futures. They decide their habits, and their habits decide their futures. F.M. Alexander. After building your habits, it's time to zoom out. You've made space, claimed your identity, and established new rhythms. Now you ask, where am I really going? This is where your vision comes in, not just for what you want to achieve, but for how you want to live. What is a personal vision? A personal vision is more than a goal. It's your internal compass. It's the emotional and energetic picture of the life you want to live and the person you want to be while living it. Think of it like this. Goals are checkpoints. Vision is the direction. Habits are the vehicle. Without a vision, you risk building a life that's productive, but empty. Why you need a vision? After a life reset. After a major life change, loss, burnout, divorce, failure, it's easy to fall into one of two traps: living in survival mode, letting others define what's next for you. A vision gives you power back. It reminds you that you're not starting from scratch. You're starting from experience. Creating your vision. A simple exercise. Take 15 minutes. Get quiet. Get honest. Write down answers to these. What does a great day look like in my new life? How do I want to feel more often? What do I value most now that I didn't before? If I lived without fear, what would I create or pursue? Who is the future version of me? And how do they live, think, speak, and act? Then craft a vision statement in your own words. For example, I live with calm, clarity, and courage. I protect my peace. I create meaningful work. I choose relationships that honor my growth. I live a life I respect. This isn't something to impress others. It's a mirror. It's your map, aligning your vision with reality. Vision isn't about perfection or fantasy. It's about alignment. Here's how to ground your vision into your daily life. Ask yourself each morning, what's one thing I can do today that aligns with my future self? Declutter commitments that don't support your vision. Share it with a trusted friend or coach who can hold you accountable. Create a digital or physical vision board. Visual reinforcement works. Remember, your vision is not set in stone. It can evolve with you, but it must be true to you. Avoid these common pitfalls. Chasing someone else's dream. Make sure your vision isn't borrowed from social media, family, or culture. Thinking too small out of fear. Your vision should stretch you. It should make you a little uncomfortable. Getting stuck in perfection. You don't need to wait until everything is clear to move forward. Clarity grows with movement. Your brain needs a target. Neurologically, the brain works better when it has something to aim at. A personal vision filters out distractions, sharpens decision-making, boosts emotional resilience, keeps you going when progress feels slow. In short, vision activates purpose, and purpose makes discipline easier. Final thought. Resetting your life isn't just about running from the old. It's about running toward the new, with intention. You don't have to have a perfect 10-year plan. You just need a direction that excites you and feels like it's yours. When you create a personal vision, you stop surviving and start steering. You stop reacting and start creating. This is your future. Make sure you're the one writing it. Chapter 6. Letting go of the past. Freeing yourself to move forward. You can't start the next chapter of your life if you keep rereading the last one. Before you can fully embrace your new life, you must loosen the grip of your old one. Letting go of the past is not about forgetting or pretending it didn't happen. It's about releasing its control over your present and future. Why the past holds us back. The past feels safe, even when it hurt, because it's familiar. We replay mistakes we made, people who hurt us, opportunities we missed, versions of ourselves we regret. And we carry invisible baggage, guilt, resentment, shame, nostalgia for what could have been. But here's the truth. You can't build a new life while holding on to old pain. The power of conscious release. Letting go is not passive. It's an active decision. You may never get closure from people who hurt you. You may never undo a past choice, but you can choose what you carry with you and what you leave behind. That's real power. The 3-part letting go process. 1. Acknowledge it. You can't heal what you deny. Name the memory, the person, or the wound. Ask yourself, what am I still carrying? What story from my past is holding me back? 2. Feel it. Letting go doesn't mean suppressing. Give yourself space to grieve, be angry, or disappointed. Try journaling the memory with honesty, speaking it aloud in a safe space, writing a letter to the person or past self involved. You don't have to send it. 3. Release it. Now, symbolically or practically, let it go. You might burn the letter, delete old messages or photos, move something physical out of your space. Say aloud, "This no longer defines me." Letting go is a ritual. Repeat it as often as needed. Forgiveness versus forgetting. Forgiveness is often misunderstood. It's not saying what happened was okay. It's not trusting again. It's not forgetting. Forgiveness means, I will no longer let this poison my peace. Sometimes the hardest person to forgive is yourself. You did the best you could with who you were and what you knew. Now, you know more. You are more. You're ready to live from that. Detaching from past identities. Many people get stuck because they keep showing up as their former self. The people pleaser, the achiever who burned out, the partner who stayed too long, the version of you who accepted less than you deserved. It's time to retire those roles. You're not obligated to remain the same person just because that's how others remember you. Letting go is a practice. You won't let go all at once. It's like peeling layers off an onion. Grief, anger, confusion, then clarity. Give yourself grace. When memories resurface, meet them with this truth. That was part of my story, but it's not where it ends. Final thought. Letting go of the past doesn't erase who you were. It liberates who you are becoming. You can carry the wisdom. You can carry the lessons, but you don't have to carry the weight. This is your permission to release. Not because they deserve it, not because it's easy, but because you deserve peace. Chapter 7. Financial Reset. For many people, financial strain is one of the heaviest burdens to carry during a life reset. Whether you're recovering from debt, unemployment, a major life event, or simply poor financial habits, resetting your finances is not just about money. It's about peace of mind, clarity, and regaining control of your future. Step 1. Assess the damage without shame. The first step to a financial reset is a brutally honest inventory. What do you owe? What do you own? What do you earn? What do you spend? Print your latest bank and credit card statements. Categorize your expenses. Understand the full scope of your financial reality. Most importantly, do this without judgment. You're not here to punish yourself. You're here to make progress. Step 2. Define what enough means to you. Resetting your financial life means you must redefine success. Are you chasing status or are you pursuing stability? What lifestyle aligns with your values and long-term goals? Write down your monthly survival budget, your comfortable budget, your ideal budget, vision. This clarity allows you to focus on building a life around purpose, not pressure. Step 3. Kill the debt. Debt is the shadow that follows many people into every decision. Begin eliminating it methodically. Use the snowball method. Smallest debt first, or avalanche method, highest interest first. Automate your payments if possible. Track progress monthly. Every balance you shrink is a victory over your past. Step 4. Build a safety net. Once you're no longer hemorrhaging cash, build an emergency fund, ideally 3 to 6 months' worth of expenses. This isn't a luxury, it's protection. It allows you to reset your life without spiraling during small setbacks. Start small, celebrate each milestone. Keep this fund separate and untouchable. Step 5. Rewire your spending habits. Your habits will determine whether your financial reset sticks. New rules to live by. Buy only with intention, not emotion. Track your spending weekly, not monthly. Learn to love budgeting. It's not restriction, it's direction. Use tools like YNA. B. You need a budget. Good budget. A simple Excel or Google Sheet. Step 6. Increase income strategically. Cutting expenses is one side of the equation. Increasing income gives you leverage. Explore freelance or side gigs aligned with your skills. Sell in unused items. Upskilling for higher-paying roles. Even an extra $100 a month can accelerate your reset faster than months of penny pinching. Step 7. Set a long-term financial vision. This is more than just clearing debt. This is about creating a sustainable financial future. Define your long-term goals. Do you want to retire early? Start a business? Own property? Once the reset phase is complete, shift from recovery to wealth building. Your future self deserves more than survival. Aim for security, freedom, and legacy. Closing thoughts. A financial reset isn't about quick fixes. It's about building a foundation so strong that life's next storm won't destroy you. With patience, self-discipline, and vision, you can transform your relationship with money and, in doing so, reclaim your power. Your past financial mistakes are not life sentences. They're lessons. And now, you're writing a new chapter. Chapter 8. Healing relationships and boundaries. When resetting your life, the most complex and emotionally charged area you'll face is your relationships. People shape your environment, influence your decisions, and often carry the power to either lift you up or hold you back. As you reset, you must make a choice. Which relationships will you repair? Which will you release? And how will you protect your peace moving forward? Step 1. Audit your relationship circle. Take a quiet moment and list the key people in your life. Ask yourself, do they add value or drain your energy? Are they supportive or dismissive of your growth? Are you your authentic self around them? This isn't about judgment. It's about alignment. Some people were part of your old life, not your new chapter. Step 2. Initiate honest conversations. For relationships worth keeping, honesty is your bridge to healing. Have courageous conversations. Apologize where needed. Express your needs without blame. Listen, really listen to how others feel. These conversations won't always be easy, but they are necessary for mutual healing and moving forward. Step 3. Set and enforce boundaries. Boundaries are not walls. They are fences with gates, meant to protect, not isolate. Start by defining what behaviors you will no longer tolerate, what you need more of, space, support, communication, what you're no longer willing to sacrifice, time, energy, self-worth. Remember, boundaries must be clear, communicated, and consistently reinforced. You don't need to explain or defend your peace. Step 4. Release toxic or expired connections. Some relationships cannot be healed, only released, with love, grace, and finality. When you let go, don't feel guilty for choosing yourself. Don't expect closure from the other person. Closure is something you create. Journal your thoughts, express your emotions, and remind yourself why you're making space for better. You're not abandoning anyone. You're returning to yourself. Step 5. Rebuild trust with yourself first. Before you rebuild or form new connections, rebuild trust with the one person you'll never lose, you. Forgive yourself for past mistakes. Set new standards for how you let others treat you. Learn to enjoy solitude as a source of strength, not a symptom of isolation. The stronger your relationship with yourself, the higher the quality of relationships you'll attract. Step 6. Nurture healthy, reciprocal connections. Moving forward, aim for relationships based on mutual respect, truth, and emotional safety. Prioritize people who celebrate your wins, those who challenge you kindly, friends who show up, not just speak up. Heal by choosing relationships that reflect the person you're becoming, not the person you were. Closing thoughts. Healing relationships and enforcing boundaries is an act of deep courage. It requires clarity, honesty, and above all, self-worth. Not everyone will walk with you into your new chapter, and that's okay. You are not responsible for others' comfort at the expense of your own growth. This reset is your sacred opportunity to build a circle that uplifts, protects, and reflects your highest self. Guard it well. Chapter 9. Rebuilding with Purpose. After you've let go of the past, redefined your values, and cleared space in your life, you're left with something rare and powerful, a clean slate. But rebuilding without intention is simply rearranging the same patterns. Purpose gives direction. Purpose makes the struggle meaningful. This chapter is about constructing your new life on purpose, not by accident. Step 1. Define what truly matters. Now that the noise is quieted, ask yourself, what lights you up inside? What kind of impact do you want to leave? What would your ideal day look like? Your answers don't need to be big or world-changing. Purpose isn't always loud. It's often quiet, consistent, and deeply personal. Write these down. Purpose begins with clarity. Step 2. Align your life around that purpose. Once your purpose is identified, begin to align your daily life with it. Choose work that reflects your values. Fill your calendar with people and tasks that matter. Say no to what doesn't serve your purpose, no matter how familiar. Your time, energy, and focus are limited. Spend them like currency, wisely and intentionally. Step 3. Start small but consistent. Don't wait for the perfect moment to live with purpose. Begin now in small ways. Volunteer 1 hour a week. Launch a passion project. Mentor someone quietly. Consistency compounds. Every purposeful action strengthens your foundation and sharpens your focus. Step 4. Expect resistance and move through it. As you rebuild with purpose, resistance will appear. Old habits will call you back. People may question your changes. Doubts will whisper, "Who do you think you are?" Expect it. Prepare for it. Move through it anyway. Purpose is not the path of least resistance. It's the path of deepest meaning. Step 5. Create milestones and momentum. Purpose needs progress to stay alive. Set measurable goals. Where do you want to be in 3, 6, or 12 months? What progress would make you feel proud? Celebrate small wins. They are proof that your life is no longer on autopilot. It's being rebuilt by design. Step 6. Revisit and refine as you grow. Your purpose isn't static. It matures with you. Revisit it regularly. Am I still aligned? Has my vision evolved? Do my actions still reflect who I want to become? The goal is not perfection. It's congruence between who you are, what you do, and why you do it. Closing thoughts. Rebuilding your life with purpose transforms pain into power and confusion into clarity. You are no longer just surviving. You're building something that matters. This is the heart of your reset, creating a life you no longer want to escape from. Purpose is not a destination. It's the compass you follow every day. Chapter 10. Staying Resilient Through the New You. Rebuilding your life is not a one-time event. It's a continuous commitment. You've faced the past, reset your priorities, and built new systems aligned with your purpose. But this chapter, the final one, is perhaps the most crucial. Sustaining the progress, staying grounded, and becoming resilient enough to protect the new you, especially when life tests you again. Because it will. Step 1. Accept that growth is non-linear. Progress is never a straight line. Expect moments of doubt, temporary setbacks, old triggers resurfacing. This isn't failure, it's feedback. It's part of the process. Resilience begins when you normalize imperfection and commit anyway. Step 2. Stay connected to your why. Your purpose is your anchor. In moments of fatigue or discouragement, reread your vision. Revisit your journal entries. Remember what you walked away from. And why purpose doesn't erase pain, but it makes it worth enduring. Step 3. Build emotional self-regulation tools. Resilience isn't just about pushing through. It's about how you manage your internal world. Master your response with daily mindfulness or breathwork, regular physical movement, emotional check-ins. What am I feeling right now? What do I need? Don't suppress emotions. Process them. Resilient people feel deeply, but they don't let feelings dictate their direction. Step 4. Create a support system that reflects your growth. Surround yourself with people who challenge you constructively, friends who celebrate your evolution, mentors who walk the path you aspire to. Your circle is either reinforcing your growth or weakening it. Choose wisely. Step 5. Audit and adjust. Once a month, ask yourself, what's working? What's draining me? What needs to shift? This keeps you agile and honest. Resilience is about adapting without abandoning yourself. Step 6. Celebrate the new you. You are no longer who you used to be. Recognize the courage it took to start, the strength it took to stay, the vision it takes to keep going. Celebrate your milestones, big or small. You are the evidence that change is possible. Step 7. Embrace the lifelong reset. You've reset once. You can reset again. Life will evolve. Circumstances will shift. And when they do, you won't panic. You'll pause, reassess, and reset with intention. Because now, you know how. This is resilience. Not resistance, not rigidity, but readiness. You're not afraid of life's uncertainty anymore. You've rebuilt yourself once, and you'll do it again if needed. Closing thoughts. This book isn't about perfection. It's about permission. Permission to begin again, to fail forward, and to grow into a life that feels like yours. You've reset. Now live fully, live truthfully, and above all, live on purpose. Your life from here is not just a second chance. It's your best one. Conclusion. You are the author now. You've walked through the fire. You've faced the truths most people spend their lives avoiding. And now, you're standing at the threshold, not just of a new chapter, but of an entirely new book. And this time, you are the author. Not your past, not your mistakes, not other people's expectations. You. You get to choose what comes next. The narrative, the pace, the tone, the direction, all of it is now yours to write. That's the beauty of a reset. It's not erasing your story. It's taking back the pen. You've proven you can begin again. Whether you started this journey broken, burned out, lost, or numb, you didn't stay there. You took a brave step, towards something better. And even if the steps felt slow or the path unclear, you moved forward anyway. That is what real strength looks like. You didn't need a perfect plan. You just needed the courage to start. And now, you've built a framework for a more aligned, meaningful, and intentional life. The future is not a mystery. It's a masterpiece in progress. Your reset doesn't end here. In fact, this is just the beginning. There will be more choices, more growth, more moments where you'll be tempted to revert back, but you won't, because you now know the cost of staying stuck. You've seen who you can become when you choose to rise. Final word. This book was never meant to fix you. You were never broken. It was meant to help you remember your power, to trust your voice, and to step back into authorship of your life. So, as you close this audiobook and return to your world, hold this truth tight. You don't need permission to rebuild. You don't need validation to evolve. You only need one thing: the decision to begin again, as often as necessary. Write boldly, live truthfully, and never forget, you are the author now.